Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today we have something informative lined up for you. If you like my video, don't forget to share and subscribe. And for more tech insights, stay safe online cyber defense. The world of cybersecurity is an exciting and rapidly evolving field. Every day, new technologies emerge, and with them, new vulnerabilities. Ethical hacking plays a crucial role in this landscape. By understanding how malicious actors exploit weaknesses, we can better defend our systems and data. This tutorial will delve into the realm of ethical hacking, focusing specifically on Android devices. Android, being an open-source platform, presents a unique set of challenges and opportunities for security enthusiasts. We will explore the use of METASploit, a powerful penetration testing framework to simulate real-world attack scenarios. Our journey will take us through the various stages of a simulated attack. We will learn how to identify vulnerabilities, craft exploits, and gain access to a target device. Remember, our goal is not to promote malicious activities, but to educate and equip you with the knowledge to protect yourself and others. So let's embark on this enlightening journey into the world of ethical hacking. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a solid understanding of how to use METASploit to test the security of Android devices and contribute to a safer digital world. Before we delve into the technical aspects of this tutorial, it's crucial to establish a clear understanding of the ethical implications involved. The techniques discussed here are incredibly powerful and can have serious consequences if misused. This tutorial is intended for educational purposes only. The information provided is meant to be used solely for ethical hacking, penetration testing, and improving the security of your own devices or systems with proper authorization. Using these techniques to gain unauthorized access to someone else's device, network, or data is illegal and unethical. The consequences of such actions can be severe, including legal penalties, fines, and imprisonment. By continuing with this tutorial, you acknowledge that you understand and agree to use the information provided responsibly and ethically. You also accept full responsibility for any and all actions you take using the knowledge gained from this tutorial. METASploit is an open-source penetration testing framework that provides a vast collection of tools and exploits for security professionals and enthusiasts alike. This powerful framework allows you to simulate real-world attacks, identify vulnerabilities, and test the security of your systems. Think of METASploit as a comprehensive toolkit for ethical hacking. It offers a wide range of modules, each designed to target specific vulnerabilities or perform specific tasks during a penetration test. One of the key advantages of METASploit is its user-friendly interface. Even if you're new to ethical hacking, you'll find METASploit relatively easy to navigate and use. The framework provides a command line interface that allows you to interact with its various modules and features. In this tutorial, we'll be focusing on using METASploit to target Android devices. METASploit offers a variety of exploits and payloads specifically designed to exploit vulnerabilities in the Android operating system. Before we can start exploiting Android vulnerabilities, we need to set up a safe and controlled environment. This is where our ethical hacking lab comes in. Our lab will consist of two virtual machines, one running Kali Linux, a Debian-based distribution designed for penetration testing, and the other running an Android emulator, or a real Android device connected via USB debugging. First, you'll need to download and install a virtualization software like VirtualBox or VMware. Once installed, you can download the Kali Linux ISO image from the official website and create a new virtual machine. During the installation process, make sure to choose the Kali Linux option and allocate enough resources to your virtual machine. Next, we need to set up our Android environment. You can either download an Android emulator like Genymotion or connect a real Android device to your computer via USB debugging. If you're using a real device, make sure to enable developer options and USB debugging in the device settings. Choosing your weapon. Exploiting Android vulnerabilities. With our lab setup, we can start exploring the exciting world of Android exploits. METASploit offers a vast library of exploits, each targeting a specific vulnerability in the Android operating system or its applications. Choosing the right exploit is crucial for a successful penetration test. Before selecting an exploit, it's essential to gather information about our target device. This includes the Android version, the device model, and any installed applications. We can use tools like to scan the device's open ports and services, providing valuable information about potential vulnerabilities. Once we have a good understanding of our target, we can start browsing METASploit's exploit database. We can use the command to look for exploits targeting specific Android versions or applications. For example, the command will display all available exploits for remote code execution on Android devices. Crafting the payload. Instructing the hack. Now that we've chosen our exploit, it's time to craft the payload. A payload is a piece of code that will be executed on the target device once the exploit is successful. METASploit offers a variety of payloads, each designed to perform a specific task, such as opening a reverse shell, stealing data, or installing a backdoor. For this tutorial, let's choose a simple payload that opens a reverse shell. A reverse shell allows us to remotely control the target device through a command line interface. We can use METASploit's command to configure the payload settings, such as the listening IP address and port. MSF exploit, Android, remote/exploit, example. Set payload Android/meterpreter/reverse_TCP MSF exploit, Android remote/exploit, example. Set Lost MSF exploit, Android remote exploit, example. Set L-port 4444. In this example, we're setting the payload to, which will open a reverse shell using the METASploit agent. We're also setting the option to our IP address, and the option to, which is the port our machine will listen on for incoming connections. Deploying the exploit, the art of ethical hacking. With our exploit and payload configured, it's time for the moment of truth. Deploying the exploit. This is where our ethical hacking skills are put to the test. We need to ensure that our exploit is delivered to the target device without raising any suspicion. The delivery method will depend on the chosen exploit and the target device's configuration. Some exploits might require social engineering techniques, such as tricking the user into installing a malicious application. Others might exploit vulnerabilities in web browsers or messaging applications. Once the exploit is delivered, METASploit will attempt to exploit the vulnerability and execute the payload on the target device. If successful, we should see a connection established on our listening port, granting us remote access to the device. Exploring the compromised device. Understanding the impact. Congratulations. If you've made it this far, you've successfully exploited an Android device using METASploit. Now comes the most crucial part, understanding the impact of our actions. Once we have access to the device, we need to tread carefully and avoid causing any unintended damage or data loss. The level of access we have will depend on the exploit and payload used. With a reverse shell, we can interact with the device's file system, browse installed applications, and even access sensitive data like contacts, messages, and browsing history. It's essential to remember that our goal is not to steal data or disrupt the device's functionality. Instead, we want to understand the potential risks associated with the exploited vulnerability and identify ways to mitigate them. Ethical considerations. The importance of responsible hacking. As we conclude this journey into the world of ethical hacking, it's crucial to reiterate the importance of responsible and ethical conduct. The techniques we've explored are incredibly powerful and can have serious consequences if misused. Remember, ethical hacking is about making the digital world a safer place. It's about using our knowledge to identify vulnerabilities, fix them, and educate others. It's about being a force for good in the cybersecurity landscape. As ethical hackers, we have a responsibility to use our skills for the benefit of society. We must always obtain proper authorization before conducting any penetration testing activities. We must respect the privacy of others and avoid causing any harm or damage. By adhering to these ethical principles, we can ensure that our actions contribute to a more secure and trustworthy digital world. Let's use our knowledge wisely and responsibly, making the internet a safer place for everyone. Thanks for watching and learning with us. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback. Cyber defense.